Hi, welcome to the stream. I'm Camille, the Dungeon Master. What you need to know is that we are playing 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons in a world of my own creation, called Sanmaria. We're using the Dawn War Pantheon with a few special additions. You may recognize some Pathfinder flair, from the Oracle class to the goddess Sarenrae, and you can find homebrewed items, monsters, and even entire races in this campaign. You might also see me play an important NPC by the name of Ray. He met the party early on and traveled with the group for quite a while before they realized he's not only the missing general of the Imperial Army, but he's also the crowned prince of the Empire. Ray has made it his mission to protect his new friends while he embarks on a quest of his own to save various members of his endangered family, as the Empire is in the middle of a civil war. Underlying players to this open rebellion are being slowly revealed throughout the game, and the characters are choosing to remain neutral for now, but these unlikely heroes face a much bigger threat. An insurmountable force threatens the material plane, taunting the characters from just beyond their horizon. At the same time, many factions work to their own ends, both for and against the party's personal objectives. The Divine Covenant seeks to protect the Primal Ban, while the Silence claims to root out corruption at its core, by any means necessary. The Cult of the Dragon Queen aims to raise their Dark Queen from the 9 Hells, and the Assembly still remains a mystery. Even the gods on high mean to meddle in the lives of this group of adventurers that they have named as Fate's Chosen. These adventurers handle trials from handling political intrigue to maintaining the balance of the cosmos, not to mention fighting their own personal demons. In a world where nothing is black or white, good or evil, Fate's Chosen must find a way to mark their own paths and claim their own destinies. Welcome to Open for Adventure.
Have you heard of those touched by fate? Families forged their triumphant trial. Heroes to both stranger and friend lend an ear, and I'll spin you their tale.
Hi, welcome to the stream. I'm Camille, the host and Dungeon Master. If you can't tell from my voice, I had a very good weekend at PAX Unplugged. For anybody watching from PAX Unplugged, please give us a shout in the chat. You're awesome. Yes, Morgan has the best beard in the world.
Best beard.
Very festive. I would also like to talk about the fact that we have beautiful new Alexander artwork. Holy flip-flop from Iona Murison. It's amazing. It's spectacular. She's open for commissions. If you would like to go to her Twitter at Iona Murison, she's fantastic. Her turnaround time is also very, very incredible. A few quick announcements. The first announcement is that we are having a giveaway from Campaign Coins.
Yeah!
If you would like to enter, enter the word sponsor in the chat. Yeah, SPONSOR, sponsor in the chat, and you can be entered only once. So if anybody is in the Texas area, specifically Central Texas, specifically Austin or San Antonio or that near area, I am running a game in collaboration with Satine Phoenix's Celebrity Charity AD event. I will be running a game at the Friendly Local Gaming Store called, oh no, it's the event is at Alien Worlds local game store. And it's gonna be a really good time. Yeah, it kind of came up last minute, so it's very exciting, and I'm excited. And words are really good for me right now. Let's just say I'm really grateful that there are no NPCs in the party currently. It's gonna be a really good time. Am I forgetting anything, friends, before I do the recap?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay.
Giveaway? No, nothing so.
Giveaway. We're sponsored by Campaign Coins.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We have a lot of one-shots going on the channel offline. If you are a player interested in playing with us, come join our Discord server. It's a really good time. Our people are very lovely. I got to meet a lot of them at PAX this weekend. So, let's do a quick recap. Our friends, Kestrel, Leona, Alexander, and Eldon, are on the road searching for a specific artifact called Lore Keeper. This artifact is the first key to a much larger artifact called the Veldahar, which apparently only Kesra can wield. And she must do so in order to save the Prime Material Plane from the Dark Commander, whoever that may be, a prophecy has declared. They are heading towards the Grim, which is a jungle set in the south of this continent. And within that jungle, they are looking for a location called the Hopeless Gardens. But first, they have many travels to get there. Eldon has just been promoted to captain, and the party used to have a prince traveling with them, but he has left to go to fulfill his duties, and as he left, he charged Eldon with helping the group and helping to keep them safe. No pressure. I think that's it. All right, Fate's Chosen. You find yourself setting off from the city of Azmoran at first light. No, actually, that's not first light because y'all had some stuff to do. So we'll say around noon.
Yeah. I
Now-
have to stop by the post office.
Okay, what would you like to do at the post office?
Send a letter. That's
Okay.
what I do at the post office.
Okay.
I'm gonna have a little tiny package and a little tiny letter, and I just kind of like bundle it up to. Oh, sorry. All right, I'm still in Kate. I need to get back into Kestra. So, I'll be back, and I'm gonna veer off to a little courier place because I don't have a post office. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna mail a tiny package. A little bitty package with a little bitty letter
Okay.
to a person.
Would you like to read the letter?
No.
Okay. Perfect.
Mostly because I haven't written it yet. I know what it says, but I haven't written it yet. So it's fine. It's fine. I got my shit together,
Clearly.
clearly.
Anything else before y'all leave?
Leona,
Yes?
do you still have that rock?
Oh,
Oh, yeah, that one. Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
yes.
Do you think we should get rid of it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we can try.
Mm-hmm.
It's a rock?
Yeah, last time I tried to get rid of it, it found its way back to me, so. But sure, I mean, I don't mind too. Maybe what we maybe should do is find a place along the road as soon as we're out of the city.
I can chuck it pretty far.
Yeah, I was about to say I can.
I mean, the last time I tried to get rid of it, I buried it, and it's still, obviously, I mean,
You buried it.
yes.
How deep?
I mean, I buried it under a tree. I didn't think anyone was going to dig it back up, so,
All right.
But we can. I don't mind to leave it here, if you think that would be best, or we can try to dispose of it once we're on the road, and it's not in the general vicinity of anyone.
I have an idea.
Oh, and what's that, Kesra?
I think we should find a stable and shove it down at the bottom of a manure pile.
Hmm.
And just leave it.
I mean, but then if it does come back, it's going to be covered in horse shit.
Yeah, but imagine the person that had to get it back.
I mean,
There's magic that could make that not.
Eh,
I mean, the sentiment is there. I understand.
Yeah.
It just, in terms of effectiveness, I'm not sure.
well,
I mean, it's fair. It's not.
We
you're
are
not-
at a
yeah.
courier. We could just
Ooh, we could just mail it somewhere.
mail it somewhere.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's an idea.
we could do that.
Who's someone you don't like besides
Mhm.
Roman?
Send it to Roman.
I mean, yeah, I could just send it to Roman. I mean, I don't really know of
Yeah.
anyone else I don't like.
I've got a couple people.
Fair. There we go. Kesra, who do you not like? Send
How
it
much
to
time
them.
do you have?
Who do you like?
It's like,
I think
do you
we have
like
enough
would
to
be an
send it to
easier-
where it needs to get to.
I think we could
We
probably.
should just mail it to him. I think.
We can just mail it back, and then it's
Yeah.
like returning the gift.
All right, then
I
let's.
do.
What if we mail it to Ryshar? Do we know a courier
Interesting.
that can get to the Underdark?
I'm not sure there are many of those in Asmaran, and I think it will take us quite a bit longer to find them. Should we want that?
We could
But-
just. I mean,
I think that Kesra's idea, though, if we're going to mail it, sounds like a good idea. In addition to this, so we should stop by the stables first.
oh, we're going to do both.
Box it up.
We'll box it up with a little bit of extra material, and then send it to
from
Roman.
the stables, the material from the
Yes.
stables.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's send it in the opposite direction that we're going in.
Yes.
Yeah.
North.
Or are we
Wait,
heading
not
south? I
hey,
don't
whoa,
even
whoa,
know
not
where
the
we're going.
exact opposite direction that we're going in. Let's send it
Well, I mean,
like
if we're-
northeast.
If we're just sending it
Northwest.
to Roman, then we're sending it to, I assume, the capital.
That's fair. That's fair.
Um,
Regardless, we need horse shit. So
Right.
Definitely need horse shit.
All right. Not it.
Oh, I'm
gonna
not
go-
it either. It wasn't my
I
idea.
mean, I can.
it was my fucking idea. It's fine. I'm gonna go back
You-
into the courier thing and get a little box. Oh my god. I'm gonna go.
Just wash
Cost
your
you
hands
a
after you're done.
That'll cost you 1 silver.
Worth it, I think. Worth it. Let me adjust that. My equipment.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh,
oh, no. Nothing. Are we sending
All
it?
right.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm gonna go borrow
we-
the shovel.
still gonna send it.
Oh yes. We should just send it to him. Make sure it's good and covered.
Hmm.
Smothered even.
Smothered,
Yes.
maybe caked on, packed.
I mean, if there was a way to get a
Like-
spring in there, I would go for that. But I think it's going to be a bit too much work for this
Yeah, it's
kind
a
of a
lot of-
joke.
Just trying not to throw up.
I'm sorry, Leona.
No, it's
Oh, you're
fine.
fine.
I appreciate the sentiment. I think. Do we? Okay.
Yep. Nope. This is happening.
I
It's
mean,
happening. It's fine.
And I guess, do we want to go to the stables, or can we get Red to do this on command?
I didn't even
Is
think
this-
about that.
I don't know if this is something we should ask Red to do for us.
Oh no, she might like it. Hang
I
on.
think-
I'm
yeah,
gonna,
that's-
like,
Okay,
I'm gonna like zone out for a second. Hey, Red.
What do you want?
A scale of 1 to 10. How much do you take a shit right now?
What the fuck?
So we're sending a thing back to Roman. The shitty little fucking, Roman.
I don't know Roman. Whatever,
Roman's
it's
the
fine.
one.
Come here. Do you need it in the thing, or just need it in... What do you want me to do?
I'm gonna hold a box under your ass. You just it's fine.
Do you know how old I am?
Push real hard.
No, this is a serious question. Do you know how old I am?
No.
I'm really fucking old, and this is by far the weirdest thing anybody has ever fucking said to me.
Just know that it's for a good cause.
Sure.
Appreciate your sacrifice. I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna hold the box under her butt.
Tail, I'm not gonna describe this.
Aw.
The tail lifts. Something happens. We all know what happens. Y'all are fucking ridiculous.
Hey, man, it's fresh now. He's got like angel horse poop now. It's a compliment.
Wrap it up. Send it off.
With the stone inside.
Yes.
I assumed. Y'all are
And
hot mess.
I'll pay extra for like faster couriers.
Priority
Can we get-
shipping. Want it to be nice and stanky.
Next day air, please.
We got teleportation stuff.
Yeah, but I don't have a circle in.
Oh no, I mean, like it makes sense that that's like an option for extra
Oh.
cost.
For sure.
I don't feel like paying 50 gold for this.
I mean, that's fair.
That was an excellent. Thanks, Red.
Don't mention it. Like, really, don't.
I won't. It's fine. Unless he does, in which case I will laugh my ass off. Can't wait.
I don't
He probably won't.
think you'd mention it.
No.
Is there anything else we need to do?
Mm-mm.
Not really. I mean, we don't really have the time to do any research, but we can get a move on and ask locals as we get closer.
Now, where are we headed anyway? Where is this thing?
We are
South?
headed to a place called the Grim.
Sounds
Sounds-
lovely.
Yeah.
Inside there's a place called the Hopeless Gardens. Where I mean, I'm optimistic. I assume that someone misnomered it, and it's the
I'm sure.
hopelessly wonderful gardens that no one should ever want to not be in.
Maybe someone just had a bad experience,
Right.
and that one person decided to name it,
There we go.
and nobody else gave it a shot.
They were the first to post a Yelp review, and
And that was the review that stuck.
No, exactly.
Get to
There's
find
only one
out.
way to find out.
I mean, we don't have a choice, do we? We got to.
I mean,
It would be good if we were out of Asmarin as soon as possible.
That's a really good point.
I
We
would
should-
agree with that. Yeah. So, is there anything that we need, like components of weapon, anything like that?
rations,
I assume that we're all
I mean-
kind of topped up for the most part.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Leona,
I had a rapier, guys.
Leona, we should probably be trying to travel somewhat incognito. I mean, I can, do my face a little bit for a little while, but I mean, is there something a little more mundane that we could do to disguise ourselves?
I mean,
look pretty mundane.
I mean,
Thanks.
I think I don't. I mean,
Hey, did Fancy Pants give us back that hat?
oh yeah, nope. Okay. So, well, we had we had a hat, and it was very good at making you look really whatever you
Yes.
wanted to look like. But unfortunately, we do not have said hat anymore. So,
Okay.
I mean, we could get some clothing, I guess, if we wanted to do that. Like
It might be good. I
Just
was
like-
thinking actually something a little bit more along the lines of something we could use to disguise your hair. You stick out, dear. You're not exactly unrecognizable.
Well, what do you want to do?
Well, there are a number of dyes that can be used. I mean, we know that uses some. She might have perhaps a suggestion for a product.
I mean, what if, wait a minute. I'm going to try to make myself really, really sad and see if I can make my hair change colors. Because it did that one time. I'm just going to think about sad things.
Leona, I think that you should make a persuasion check
With myself?
at disadvantage.
Okay. Persuasion? Oh, all right. 26.
Can you describe to me what Leona's expression looks like as she's trying to convince her hair to change
My
colors?
spikes like my face.
Sure, in general, your entire body aside from your hair.
So my eyes are closed and I am like, my head's kind of bowed and like I have this really perturbed look and it just, like it goes back and forth because I feel like I'm not very good at this. So every so often I giggle a little bit. and then I like, no, sad things. And I try to imagine things and then I'll get really quiet and my face will just be not sad, just kind of solemn.
Okay. What do you think about to try to make yourself sad?
I think I try to like think of like not having a kitten and not having puppies and children being lost. And then after I go through those things and they're not like really like getting it done, I will think about Ray leaving and having to say goodbye to Xanalor again and Soren. I'll just think of all the goodbyes. And I'll try to make myself feel things.
All right. Leona, as you pull this from this energy that you felt before in your travels, and you specifically begin to pull from that particular place. You close your eyes and you feel it's like a drop of cold on your heart. And a shiver runs down your spine. And the rest of you watch as very slowly, Leona's hair shifts from pink to a blue, a dark, whitish blue. Streaks of dark, dark red at the bottoms.
Fuck.
And can you keep this up? Ray secretly got you a puppy.
No, he didn't. He would have told me.
He wanted it to be a surprise for his better engagement party.
Ray's not here.
I want to smack Alexander. Why? That was a fucking secret.
What? Is there really a puppy?
Of course there is.
I'm gonna tap. Oreo,
Wait, is it?
it's Leona. Did you get me something? as a surprise. Are you busy right now?
It's been like 2 hours.
Right, like you can still see the city.
Leona, I'm writing. What are you talking about, love? Do you need something?
Did you acquire a surprise present for me that is adorable and has a cute face and maybe floppy ears?
Sweetheart. No.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I did not get
No,
you
it's okay.
a puppy.
I love you anyway. I'll let you get back to your travels. Be safe.
You as well, love.
Okay, love you. Bye.
What's your hair look like now?
Sadder.
Black.
That was not kind.
I'm sorry, Leona. You're just a very effervescent person. I don't like seeing you like this.
Yeah, it sucks.
It probably can't be
Well,
very healthy.
I mean,
There's easier ways to do this, isn't there? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, yes, there is.
they're more expensive. This was for
I
free.
don't
You
care.
literally can't get cheaper than that. But
I don't need to keep it for very long, right? I can just, once we're out of the city and we've got a bit of distance, then it's not as big of a deal, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, I can keep this up for a bit.
All right. Well then.
Leona, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
What? Guys, I'm just here to have a good. No! This is a 3!
you have all those advantages, though.
She wants to see what happens when she fails.
I kind of do. Is it a hair thing? Is it there's so many possibilities. Ugh.
Why don't you save those advantages for later when you might actually need them?
No.
Yeah, this is fine. This is great.
Leona, as you all get mounted up and get ready to go, you feel another drop of ice on your heart, and you are suddenly drawn back to your very first memory in this campaign of being shut out of the castle, of Lord Kandurin's death, of feeling alone and hopeless, helpless.
Are we ready?
Yes. I think so.
Yeah.
I'll have stripped any heraldry that was like on my horse or whatever and just cloak up, and I'll probably do some I think I can change my hair color with prestidigitation, so just make it brown.
Okay. It's easy for you to do. Eldon, Chauncey is waiting for you in the stables.
Yeah, he is. I love my Chauncey. I'm just gonna give him good pats and talk to him and tell him how much a good boy he was, and I missed him, and I'm sorry that I had to leave him behind. But we're back together now, and everything's gonna be all right.
Very.
Saddle up.
Doesn't take you all long to get out of the city. Sun is in its highest position in the sky. This is the astral moon, so the equivalent of February. As you get ready to move a little bit more south, you know it will be colder. So a lot of you have prepared accordingly. And you're given a very warm goodbye by the castle and its inhabitants in the city. So we all know how Camille feels about travel in Dungeons and Dragons.
Hmm?
So what I would like to do is we will go day by day and talk about anything that happens. The first day of travel is fairly... Actually, Alexander, roll a D100. No, sorry, just a D10. Just a D10 is fine.
8.
8. Okay. Your first day, it starts to rain. And it is very cold rain. This makes the first day of travel actually pretty miserable. I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh god.
Oof.
Oh no.
Wait, but we all get plus something because I'm amazing. +3.
Okay, that's good.
Yay!
Did anyone roll below a 15?
I'm gonna use one of my advantages because yes.
Okay.
Better. Constitution. Yeah, I got a 12.
Great. Kestra,
Yep.
you are suffering from 1 level of exhaustion.
Oh, it's great. Love it.
Oh no.
The first day goes very slowly. It starts to rain and then rain harder, and you do not get as far into your travels as you want by the time the first night happens. What is everybody doing during this first day? What are you what's happening with your character? Or what's happening with you? What's happening? How are you reacting to this?
Eldon would try to distract from the misery by asking for what the hell we're going to look for and why.
Why don't you ask the hell? Why don't you go ahead and say that?
So that's what why are we out here doing this?
Well, any number of reasons. The primary one, at least kind of in the overall sense, is that there's a prophecy that involves Kestra, and it sounds like she will need to collect the components of the Veldaha. I myself am very intrigued in finding Lorekeeper, which is what we are currently looking for, which for all of my life I have been searching for, and I thought it was a book. Apparently it's not.
Do I know what the hell he's talking about?
Nope.
I have to get a thing
Gotta get
that
a thing.
allegedly I'm going to be using to destroy another thing if it doesn't kill me first.
Bad thing, right?
Hopefully.
Okay.
Kestra,
Yeah.
you really should put up your hood, you know. I mean, it's raining. You should put up your hood.
But
You're
did I
getting
not?
soaked. You're getting soaked to the bone.
Shit, I thought. Alright. It's fine.
How do you not notice that your head is soaking wet?
I was talking to Red. It's kind of distracting.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would just like to point out that if I had decided to go with the dye instead, it probably would have all washed away by now.
Yeah, she makes a fair point.
It's a very good point.
Thank you.
Although, I mean, just nod toward Kestra. Hers hasn't washed out.
Actually,
I really thought it like. Yeah.
I would like to practice some whittling
sure.
one day. Oh, I would also like to practice some celestial now that Alexander's back.
Alexander, make a charisma check. And Leona, make an intelligence check. What do you get, Alexander?
A 22.
Leona?
7.
Alexander...
I'm really distracted because I'm also trying to make sure I'm still sad.
You don't have to work very hard at that, actually. It permeates all of you. And
Sorry.
it makes it very hard for you to concentrate on what Alexander's teaching you. What does this look like?
Leona, no, it's the inflection goes up at the end,
Oh,
starts
right.
at the low end.
So Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah.
No. The third consonant, you're using the wrong. You're using the infinite infinitive, and that's not proper for the what we're trying to say.
Okay. Hey, maybe we should try again tomorrow. Sorry.
It's fine. It's fine.
I'll go back to whittling because I can do that without talking to anybody.
What are you whittling?
I'm whittling. I'm still trying to whittle a dragon
Okay.
because apparently my last dragon looked like a lizard.
Trogdor. It's fine.
One day I'll get there, guys.
I will have actually been talking to Red.
Okay.
Yeah, at some point I will zone out. It just go in my brain. If anyone's watching me, they probably see my mouth moving just very slightly because what the fuck is magic anyway? Hey Red, I don't suppose you know anything about the Grim.
Sure I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about the what was it? It was super fucking depressing. I've already forgotten it. The Hopeless Gardens.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool, because that's where we're going. So, do you have any allegedly lore keepers there?
Yeah, I could have told you that.
I'm pretty sure I. Okay. Okay.
Let's work one mall ticket.
I thought. Okay.
You thought what?
Thought I had asked you if you had any like particularly strong hints and or tips as to where we should start, but it's fine. Since you know about
Go ahead.
well, since you know about these excessively depressing sounding places, any tips on not joining the whatever?
The what?
I'm
You gotta be specific.
Yeah, I'm not really great at specifics. Any tips on making it through the Grim to the Hopeless Gardens and then out again?
Don't die.
Yep, nope. I knew that was where that was going. I'm not quite sure why I expected.
I'm not quite sure why you asked either.
Well, because you were fucking there. So I didn't know if you had any like, oh, hey, yeah, it's full of traps. Or there's some cannibal people in the woods or something. I don't know. I've never been in the Grim.
It's been a long time. Things change.
Okay. Thanks.
Sure. Anything
Yep.
else?
Nope. That was it.
All right.
That's all I was doing.
By the time the night begins to approach, would you all like to make camp?
Yeah.
All right. I think we're far enough out. I guess so. We're like what? Instead of being a full day's travel from Asburn, we're like half a day's travel from Asburn or something like that.
3/4?
Yeah, half a day.
Okay.
There
Leona.
Can I get a quick question of how many advantages? Wait, I have everybody's advantage. Has anybody used one? Kestra's used one, so you have 3 now. I made a little token for him. All right, keep going.
Leona.
Yes.
If
Yeah.
when you marry that prince, I promise I will get you a puppy.
Really?
Yes.
It's very kind of you, Alexander.
Now please cheer up.
Yeah, can we please? Like, I don't like this.
Sorry.
It's not your
It will
fault.
be
It's
the
okay.
floppiest-eared little fuzzball. And it will love you only, and it will just flounce around, and you will sure be able to teach it all of the little commands, I'm sure.
Are we off the horses?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, totally.
I'm giving Alexander a hug. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, should we set up camp?
Yes, I think that would be good.
Yeah,
Did I mute for that?
you
Yes,
did.
You did.
Okay.
Good job.
Thanks.
Solid job.
Do you want
So
to throw up the tent, or should I?
I don't. Oh, I can. I can.
I can do it. It's not a problem.
Yeah. It would.
I'll do it.
You get. Okay.
I'll throw up the magic hut.
Okay. Tiny hut has appeared. Just so y'all know, y'all can give me advantages. Just
Wait.
saying.
Why would you do that?
Why?
Yeah, but you have to like specify which NPC it was for.
No,
That's.
you don't. Yeah, you do. That makes sense.
Oh. So we eat. We try to get a little dry.
Luckily, inside my tent, everything is warm and dry.
What's our environment right now? Are we like in forest? Are we?
Sure. I'm sorry. I haven't described anything for you.
You're good.
You're on a main road heading south. Y'all would know that this road does primarily curve south towards Grassgrave, and you are going the opposite
West.
direction of Grassgrave. So at some point, you will have to leave the road to travel off.
Okay.
You're not there yet. So this is mostly plain. You see a couple of trees here and there, but mostly it's like dead grass and some weeds and that kind of thing.
Got it.
What?
Okay.
What's the what's the people situation in these parts? Like, are there small towns that we might pass through, or is it pretty much south of Asmer and it's desolate?
Were you going to Grassgrave, you would find a lot of smaller towns. But because you were heading to the Grim, the closer you get to the Grim, the less towns there are going to be.
Cool.
And I guess, did we have an idea of how many days it might take us to get to the edge of the Grim?
Make an intelligence check. With advantage because you have a map.
I'm going to use one of my advantages. There we go. That's better. That's going to be 15 if it's a straight intelligence check.
Yeah. So you would know. Let me take off one of your advantages. Hey. You now only have 4. You would know it's probably going to take you about a week to get there.
Okay. So probably last settlement is 2-ish days out of Asmaran.
Definitely.
Okay.
So you're going to probably make one. Okay. You'll find one town on your way on this road. Leona, what's the town name?
What did you say, Leona? I thought you
Mindy.
said
Mindy, what's a town
Mindy.
name? No pressure.
Oh my god, guys.
Kate, what's a town name? Help your girl out.
The town is named Tyndall.
Tyndall?
Tyndall.
Tindell?
Yep, just a little tiny little Tyndall.
All right. So there, you know that on your second day, you will pass the tiny little town of Tyndall. But that's going to be your only town on the way. Night approaches, you all set up your tents. Or you all set up your tent. I'm assuming, do you set up tents inside of the hut? Or are you all laying out in the open with each other?
I mean, we could lay out in the open. It's pretty big. I think it's a 20-foot radius, I want to say.
I think it's a
It might be smaller.
10-foot radius.
Might be a
When
10-foot radius.
When we
It's
start to
still
go
pretty big.
When we start to go to bed, I'm probably going to go out of the hut and make a new hut for the horses. I'll stay with the horses.
Okay.
Is it still raining?
Yes.
Yeah, then
Yeah, 10-foot radius. So yeah, I'm stuck in one hut and you're in another. Eldon,
And
why don't you join Leona just so that we're not I mean, these should protect us from pretty much anything, but
Fine, we can do that.
so I will also have a tiny hut
Perfect.
for Eldon and the horses and myself.
Eldon and Leona are one hut. Kessler and Alexander in the other. Anything happen? Are you taking watches?
I would ask if I have a long sort of warning. Be woken up anyway.
Mm-hmm. You would.
and they're not going to be able to get in without a disintegrate spell, I want to say.
Be someone pretty powerful to.
Yeah.
I guess we're snoozing.
All right.
Probably not sleeping super well, but I'm not trying to stay awake. No watches will be taken tonight.
I would
Just-
keep an eye on Leona's whole demeanor, and I probably wouldn't be able to sleep if she wasn't sleeping.
I'm very good at faking.
That's fine.
Are you?
I have the observant trait and a 21 passive perception. So
Is it a deception check? 'Cause
Are you trying to deceive? Are you
if I
trying to
notice that
hide?
he's if I notice that he's staying awake, I mean, I'm probably not trying to unless I notice he's staying awake. But if I,
not hiding it.
well,
Does anybody have any crits?
I mean, I have the
I have 4
ability to
rerolls, so I
turn
technically
in-
have 1.
no, I will probably be substituting at some point. But
Okay. All right, but nobody has any straight crits.
no.
Perfect. As a heads up, by the way, if someone has 3 advantages, I'm allowing them to use a crit instead of 3 advantages. So that way, if you don't want to buy anybody a crit, but you want to contribute towards one, you can always get them advantage for 300 bits. And I will post more in the chat about that.
Thanks, guys.
Right before sleepy times. Before sleepy times. I'm gonna head over to the other bubble.
Like I said, I would have made it accessible to all of the peoples.
Make me knock outside the bubble.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Come in.
in.
Oh, what a surprise!
Bless. Okay. I'm gonna go in. I'm just gonna fiddle with Red's, I don't know, mane or something. Like I'm checking out. And any birds there aren't. There's nothing in her mane. But I'm checking it out anyway, just because it's something to do. And then at some point when Leona is not directly next to Eldon, Maybe when she's over by the horses and Eldon's not, or at some point. I'm gonna wait because I need to ask, but by God, I don't want to fucking ask.
Eldon, with that passive perception, you would. King Swede! With that passive perception. He gave me a crit.
Oh my god.
You need to specify
Oh.
who it's for. Don't let her use it on as an enemy.
Or do.
Or two.
Fun for RP, as long as
As-
we don't die.
We were
Do whatever you
saying.
want.
Sorry, go on.
Hostiles only.
God.
God! No!
Okay.
As we were saying, Eldon, with your passive perception and your high insight, you would probably recognize, you would probably understand that Kester's trying to have a conversation with Leona.
Fine. I mean, if I happen to drop Eves, it's fine, but I'm not gonna try really.
You're gonna stay in the tent, or stay in the Leona Simon tiny hut.
Yeah, I'll stay inside unless I'm asked to leave.
Okay.
It's raining
I'm gonna
outside.
ask you to leave,
But there's
because
another tent.
that's as good as like broadcasting, like
That's fine.
wee, and it's not gonna be a long conversation. It's fine. So at some point, I'm gonna look over at Leona, and I'm gonna
You're muted, Mindy.
Everything okay?
how long have you known about us?
Since what is that city called?
Fieldcrest.
Fieldcrest, thank you. Since Fieldcrest, Xanalor said something when I was trying to convince him to help us get Annalene out of the capital. How long have you known?
When Soren knew your birthday. Okay. And I'm gonna pat down the braided and unbraided and braided and unbraided part of Red's mane, and I'm gonna see you in the morning.
Kestra, what's your favorite color?
Green.
Is it really green?
The grass is green. And I'm gonna head back over to the to that bubble.
Eldon, you watch as Leona's hair turns a darker shade of blue.
I'm in
Okay.
it. Oh, yeah. Yeah,
You're not.
I am.
Okay.
It's just been a long day of travel. And it's cold and wet, and I don't know, I much prefer the sun to rain, so I think I'm just tired. I think I'm gonna go to bed.
Probably a good idea.
And I will try to go to bed.
Okay. I need to make a Constitution saving throw. Make it a Wisdom saving throw. You are underneath the sky.
Can I still use it even though it's a save and not a check?
You get advantage. Oh, no. That's
It's
your.
a
It's just on checks.
It's checks, yeah.
Okay, so
Okay. 18.
okay. For the first half an hour of sleep, it comes with difficulty, and you struggle, tossing and turning, and you can't quite get comfortable. You miss the bed, but more than anything, you miss the sound of Araya's breathing next to you. And then you slip into summer because you recognize the sight of a dream. But then it's not a dream. Because it feels very different. It feels more like a vision.
Oh, God.
And you see the face of a winter Elandrin. The same face you saw in Kesra's Well of Wonder.
It's Mom.
It's Venvir, your mother, who you have never met. Not as Venvir, at least. She seems to be looking down at something in her arms.
Can I see what it is?
Make a perception check.
12.
It's a baby. A very young child.
Does she look...
You'll notice actually, now that you look closer, she's not a winter Elandrin. She's a spring Eladrin. Instead of the ice blue white hair, you see warmth to her skin, golden flesh-colored green, brilliant green eyes. She's just gently singing to the baby.
Does this look like something that has happened or will happen? Is this the ghost of Christmas past or Christmas future? What present?
Why don't you make an intelligence check for me?
Wow, I'm rolling hot garbage tonight. 11.
It's hard to tell, but it doesn't feel like the visions you've received currently.
Can I see the child? Like, do I see a hair color? Is it like me as a baby?
You imagine that it is either you or Kesra. It is a young female.
There's nobody else around or anything. It's just her.
Just her singing. What would you like to do?
I think I just want to sit in front of her. And just watch
Okay.
for a little bit.
the longer you sit in the vision, the more you, as you sit in this vision, not for very long, you begin to hear the sound. She's singing a song in a language that you don't understand. But it sounds beautiful. It reminds you of Elvish. You gather it's probably Sylvan. A few minutes pass and she touches her hand to the baby's face, and you watch as she casts a spell, although it's not a spell that you've seen before. May not even be a particular spell, maybe just some kind of magic. And you see a white light begin to shimmer around the baby's face as she pulls it up and looks into it. And then looks back at the baby and then lets it fall away.
Could I see what was in the lighty
Make a perception check.
stuff? Oh, well, no, 8's just the number to go to. 15.
It's less that there's not really something to see. It's not like you're looking to a fire and you see images. It's more of but you do notice that this white shimmer is it's radiant. It's brilliant, and the baby, kind of as she pulls it away from its face, gives a little giggle, and winces its face, sticks out its tongue. Gives a
As babies do.
Venvir whispers, Deala, you will save us all. She sets the baby down in a bassinet, and you see around, for the first time, you pull back in the vision. And this is the part where you feel the big vision beginning to slide away, unless you would like to dig further.
I'll just stay like a little bit longer. Just like a little bit.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
11.
Would you like to use your crit? Or an advantage?
Yeah, I'll use an advantage.
Okay. What is it?
Oh, 4.
Alright, so you're gonna stay in the vision. And your sight widens and you are in a massive laboratory of arcane. You can see arcane sigils everywhere. Around this baby's bassinet is a pentagram on the floor, etched into the stone. Arcane sigils are lit up in each of the 5 corners.
This is happy music.
I know, I have to change it. That's too dark. Hold on. Arcane sigils are on each of the 5 points of the star around the circle, and it begins to glow faintly. You see at this point that she is not alone. There's a man with her, a human man in his mid to late 60s. Darker skin, darker hair that's pulled back into a low ponytail, with streaks of gray striking through. He's sitting by the door with his arms crossed, watching over. Are you sure this is what you want to do? To which Venvir looks over and rolls her eyes. Azukai, if I wanted your help, I would have asked for it.
I heard that name before. At all.
Not you, Leona.
Okay.
What the fuck?
That means I'm safe, right? Everything goes back to normal. Beautiful.
I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. I wasn't even touching my phone.
Just really wanted to play you some music.
Ruth B. In My Dreams is a very good song. As we were saying, Venvir turns and says, I asked you here as backup in case I don't finish. If the spell consumes both of us, you're to step in. Fine. Fine, let's get on with it. Venvir crosses back into the circle, and as she does, you notice it does light up even further. And this is when you hear in the background another sound of crying from a young child. Venvir. One moment, let me check on Viara. She crosses the room into a door and opens it up. And it's a small room. And there's a toddler in a crib. You see the light outside the window. It's very late at night. And the toddler's crying. She has shoulder length, dark auburn, almost pinkish hair, brilliant green eyes, long pointed ears. Venvir soothes her, and Azukai walks back over. Why did you even bring her here? If the ritual doesn't work, with just Viara's power, with just Deala's power, I'll need Viara as well. Viara stops crying and begins to fall back asleep. Venvir puts her down and heads back over to who she calls Deala. And you see that the swaddle has fallen down. You see that this baby, her ears are very long and pointed, more so than yours are. Although it's undeniably you. Brilliant green eyes, curly pink tendrils. But the ears are much longer. Almost like a full elf. Same with Kesra. Although Leona's, yours are much longer. And the vision begins to fade. Are you going to let it fade?
God, why is my character so nosy? No. No.
You don't let it fade? Or you do let it fade?
I'm gonna roll for it.
Okay.
Odd, she tries to stay. Evens. So, I let it fade.
Okay. I need you to roll a d4 and a d10.
It's a 2 on the 4 and a 9 on the 10.
Okay. That is going to be minutes. So, and 9. So 9 minutes.
That could have been a lot worse.
You, as you slip out of the vision, you do not slip back into your body, you slip into this void. This terrifying, chaotic, screaming, howling void that you now know to be the abyss. And it is not just darkness this time. Instead, you see a bright, burning fire. As you look down, and just below you is a massive chaos ship. Demons fighting on it. The stern broken in half into pieces, splintered. Bits of the chaos ship are flying everywhere, held aloft by some sort of dark, twisted magic. And as fear begins to grip your heart and your lungs, and you feel your ability to breathe being stripped from you, you have nowhere else to look aside from this shipwreck. And then you see one of the demons make eye contact with you. Give a wide, sickening smile. And then launch themselves from the chaos ship, reaching their hands towards you. And that's when you are pulled back to the prime material plane.
I am screaming awake. I won't do it. But sorry, Eldon.
Eldon,
Oh, I do have my voice, right?
you do
Since
have
I
your voice.
once I went to the abyss. Okay, good.
Mhm.
It's the trade-off. I don't know if I like it, but it's fine. You're muted.
What was that?
Ah,
Are you okay?
yeah. Where's my notebook? I'm gonna scramble for the bag of holding to get my journal out, and I'm gonna try to sketch as much as I can remember from both just the vision. So everything I can remember, what the setup looked like. I'm gonna write the name down. I'm gonna write as much down as I can that I can remember.
I'm hovering. I'm watching what she draws and stuff.
It was a vision. I saw this, except it was in the past, and
Do you know who these people are?
some of them. That's me. And that would have been Kesra.
Eldon, you did not know they were sisters.
It's fine. I'm not.
Right. As babies.
And-
so.
Yeah. Well, Kesra was a child. So was Fenrir.
Venvir. This is Venvir? I'll pull it.
Yeah. And Azakai, I don't recognize that name, but
Do I? DM?
Make a history check.
$16.
You actually do know about Azrakai. He's a necromancer who operates in the north used to operate in the north by by White Cliff, where the army is stationed until it was actually one of Areo's companies that drove him south down to the Wild Woods.
What was he doing there?
you know him.
I know of him.
He was helping her.
Yeah, this is not good. Is this really what happened? Is this something that happened? Or will happen? Or like, no, it can't be. You're the baby, right?
It was something that almost happened. Xanalor. You may have met him in Asmern, and he stepped in. I didn't see that part, but
What were they trying to accomplish?
something with the weave. Oh, they were trying to. They were trying to. The way they described it, the way Xanalor described it was, they were trying to move shackles, like magic. It was holding someone else, and they were trying to essentially transfer them. I don't think they were successful. I don't think so. We don't know.
The fact that you're here doesn't really answer that, huh?
I mean, Xanalor interrupted, so I think that makes a pretty good case for me being okay, but...
Your hair is blue.
Well, I mean, that part just kind of happens, I think, sometimes.
That's weird.
Eldon, you would probably recognize the figure that she drew as Venvir as an Eladrin, who can change their appearance based on their emotions. Just as a...
Gotcha. So, is this what we're trying to stop? I'm trying to connect these pieces.
I don't really know how it all connects just yet, but it's definitely something to be keeping in mind. I haven't spoken to Venvir, well, at least not as Venvir before, so... But Xanalor mentioned that there's a chance that she might try to seek us out, me, Kesra.
And that would be very bad.
Well, I don't think it would be a particularly fun family reunion, no, but...
Does Kesra know about this? About what happened? Because you said this is you and this is Kesra. I'm just... Does she know?
I don't think so. I certainly haven't talked to her, and I don't think she's really talked to Xanalor at all. It's a tricky subject with Kesra, I'm afraid.
I've met her. You think she should know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'll find a time to talk to her tomorrow then.
I mean, in your time, but you shouldn't have to shoulder this alone.
Thanks, Eldon.
That's what I'm here for. I got you. Kestra's got you, and Alexander's got you. We've all got you.
I'm gonna give him a hug.
I will hug back.
Well, we should probably try to get some sleep. I'm sorry I woke you.
No, no, I'm glad you did. Don't ever apologize.
We'll figure out more of the mess tomorrow, I guess.
Such is life.
Good night.
Good night, Leona.
I'll try to go back to sleep.
Rest finds you both. Everybody gains the benefits of a long rest.
I just get my exhaustion is gone, right? Or do I have to roll
it is.
for that?
It is gone.
Got it. Good, that was highly inconvenient.
Who wants to roll the next D10?
Can
I'll
I
do it.
do?
Oh,
Okay,
you
go
go-
ahead.
yeah, you go
No,
ahead.
go ahead.
Fine.
Accurate then, let's go.
5.
Okay. The weather is much better today.
Oh, yay!
You're welcome.
Pretty cold,
Oh.
especially as you go south. There is a little bit of light flurries of snow, but it's definitely clearing up. The storm seems to have passed. This is the day that you will pass through Tyndall.
Do I know is Alexander sharing that he thinks we're gonna get there within the day? Because you have been our time navigator.
Sure.
Would you let us know? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I will wait until we are at Tyndall before I try to have a conversation with Gazra. But I will keep whittling. This time I'm going to try to whittle this little circular object. It's cylindrical and very short and has a hole in it, otherwise known as a ring. That's what I'm trying to do to distract myself.
Beautiful. As you all begin your approach, Eldon, you will be the first to see that as you are heading on this road south, it does begin you see there's a massive slope downwards, and you begin to see that the tiny town of Tyndall is home to an encampment.
Oh.
Soldiers. Imperial
Oh, they're Imperial?
soldiers.
Oh.
Hundreds.
That's good.
Hundreds of them
Why
camped
are there...
all around this tiny town. And that is where we're going to take a quick break. Friends who are watching, do not forget about our giveaway. Type sponsor SPONSOR to enter the giveaway from Campaign Coins. And we're going to
Please
play the Patreon video, and we'll be right back. Okay, bye.
Oh, baby, I love.
Welcome to our Patreon. Here on Open for Adventure, we are making high quality Dungeons and Dragons content, folks. We have a great big world to share with you, and by becoming a patron, you can help us explore and expand upon this adventure. With your support, we can invest in more amazing artwork, better mics, fancy cameras, and overall stream quality. Not to mention, help us get some amazing new merch that we can use for giveaways. What do you get by becoming a patron? I'm so glad you asked. Let's take a look at the different levels and give you a sneak peek at what you can get at each tier. Did you know that the family of the First Lord Theo, the leader of the rebellion against the Empire, actually invented firearms nearly 25 years prior to the current campaign? The designs for this high-tech weapon are the Delaney family's best-kept secret. Also, they were originally invented by the late First Lady Victoria, Theo's mother. Access to lore leaks like this is what you can expect from the first tier, written in blog-style posts after each weekly session. Ever wondered what goes on off-camera? The next 3 tiers give you exactly that. With Stolen Moments, you can get access to text-based roleplay moments, highlighting experiences that don't make it onto the stream, like Leona's training session with Ray and Asmrin. Stolen Moments Plus gives you access to roleplay moments featuring our guests,
non-player characters, and historical figures, featuring the likes of Marshall, Annalena, and even the Empress herself. And Roleplay Addiction takes us to a whole other level. This tier gives you exclusive 30-minute videos of canon interactions not otherwise seen on stream, like late-night drunken interactions between paladins or tender moments featuring your favorite character ships. The Insider Scoop is where things start to get serious. This gives you access to private live streams of me doing plot, setting, and encounter planning for the entire Open for Adventure universe, including the offline game that I run in the same realm. This might be me setting up for a big battle, or maybe coming up with some new non-player characters. Here's where you can interact with me directly and possibly influence not only the upcoming streams, but the entire setting as well. The Warm Fuzzies is super simple. It's everything I've listed so far, and also you get your name on stream after our weekly regular sessions. Every session. And our undying love. Hence the Warm Fuzzies. And finally, the most epic of all Patreon tiers. Drum roll, please. The Lore Master. This ultimate and final tier gets you first look access at all of the content going into our upcoming, official, Open for Adventure campaign setting. Lore, maps, monsters, items, dungeons, dragons. So, go ahead, have a look around, make yourself at home, and consider becoming a patron to help us make this fantasy world a little bit closer to reality.
Oh, baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful. Oh, you shine like gold, so selfless to all, and wild like an animal. Oh, some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know, and give me your freedom. Whoa, you left me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you left me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. The limit of love is endless, I know. Just do what you want with me. Yeah, I want it all. Could care less the cost. I give you my everything. Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know, and give me your freedom. Whoa, you left me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you left me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know and give me your freedom. Whoa, you left me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you left me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium.
Welcome back, friends. I'm your host, Camille, Dungeon Master at Open for Adventure. Do not forget to enter our giveaway. I see somebody has just recently entered. Awesome. Just a quick reminder, we do have other shows on the stream. We have Sunday Friends on Sundays, obviously, at 3 o'clock Central Standard Time. And then we have Half Right Heroes on Saturday at 10 a.m. Every weekend. We also have new shows that are coming up in the future. We have a bunch of one-shots and short campaigns in the pipeline coming down. That's our sponsors. That's our everything. Here we go. Day 2. It's around noon when you crest the hill and see this massive town of Tyndall in front of you with scores and scores and scores of tents, all crimson with imperial flags flying. What do you do?
Well, this is inconvenient.
Unexpected, to say the least.
Wait, why?
Well, I mean,
Why?
perhaps it's not. Leona, if you could ask Areo if he knows about the battalion that seems to be stationed about half a day away from Asmarin.
Okay. Sure. Hi, Rio. It's Leona. Do you, by chance, know why there might be a large number of troops, soldiers, about a day's worth-ish? Day and a half away from Asmarin? It's near a town called Tyndall.
You wait and no response.
Good. This is turning out to be a great couple of days for me.
Does Eldon recognize any of the heraldry of any kind? Is there anybody he knows that he can tell from here?
Why don't you roll a d20?
16.
From where you are, you do not seem to see any company flags or any squadron flags that you recognize. But the chances of you knowing somebody when you get there are pretty high.
Yeah.
You also remember the instructions that you were given whenever you left to find Areo.
So you're having trouble reaching Areo then?
I think he's probably just busy with something.
All
Well,
right.
I got someone I could ask, but I don't know if she'll know anything.
By all means, yes, go ahead. If that fails, then I'll ask. If nothing else, I have to tell King Theo about this.
Problem is that we've been sought after by Imperial soldiers before. By
Oh, right. It's hard to
Yeah.
tell who's
yeah,
who.
sent via the Empress. So
We don't know if this is.
Empress.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Might I suggest we back up,
Yeah, we don't
Or-
need to be seen right now.
get off of the road.
Sure.
Eldon, where are you going to?
Yeah,
You said
yeah.
you had something you could do.
I'll give her a call. Val, it's Eldon. Are you busy?
A little bit. Why? What's up?
I was wondering. I've just pulled up towards a small town of Tyndall. It's about a day and a half south of Asmarin, and there is a battalion of Imperial troops encamped. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that or who might be here?
Give me a second.
Yes, ma'am.
You begin to wait, starting to get a little anxious. While Camille pulls up her nose.
Campaign coins.
Campaign coins is
coins, y'all.
amazing.
Yeah,
They have coins.
They have
they have way more than just coins.
But their coins are really flipping cool, though.
Really good. And if you
I mean,
hit,
they do have more, but their coins are so cool.
you just type sponsor in the chat, you'll be entered to win some of those.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah, yeah. I have a pin that looks like that. Camille has a medallion that looks like that.
Yeah, we do.
They're all pretty fucking.
And they're nice people.
Yeah.
If you're watching and you like what you see, please follow
Fine.
us
Okay.
here. We're on Twitter. Open for. Enter.
All right. You hear Val's voice come back. That's the 5th Battalion. Elden Vale, you would know that the 5th Battalion are primarily magic users. They are war mages.
Would I know if they're sympathetic?
Would you like to ask?
Yeah, I would love Val. Is there any chance of finding somebody sympathetic
To Areo?
to Areo, to our cause?
I don't know. It's run by Major Hawkins. I don't know. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's more than I knew. I'm probably gonna try to keep a low profile.
Yeah, Eldon, if you get caught.
Yeah. Yeah, we can't have that. Thank you, Val.
You're welcome. Stay safe.
You too. Relay information. That is the 5th Battalion. They're primarily magic users. I don't know. We can assume their loyalties lie with the Empire and the Empress. And we should probably behave accordingly and try to avoid contact if we can.
I would 100% agree. We should absolutely avoid contact if at all possible.
Yeah.
Does it look like they're occupying the town itself, or are they just like, well, maybe we
Maybe just find a way around. And
maybe we don't go through the town?
Do we know from our map, like, would our turning point off the road to go east be after this town, or is it like okay? So we've still got a ways to go before we would in
Not-
theory want to turn.
Not very much further after this town, though.
Okay.
Maybe like a half a day's ride. So you could skirt
Okay.
around fairly easily.
Probably our best bet, right?
Probably,
Yeah, I think so.
they're gonna have scouts.
most
Well, I
definitely.
mean-
They will have people watching everywhere they can. We're gonna have to give it a very wide berth.
You
And
may have already been seen, but we should at least try to
it's very possible.
move off into the woods.
Do we have a reason that we're going in this direction?
What do you mean, Kestra? I mean, we're going to the Grim.
I mean,
No,
If we
I know
if
why
we get
we're
if we
going.
get caught, what are we going
Right.
to say?
Exactly.
I mean, I outrank the vast majority of people there.
Well, it
If
depends
it
on
came to it, I can pull that.
it depends on who and how many we get caught by.
Exactly.
If it's a small contingent, and I mean, you say they're battle mages, Eldon?
Yes.
That definitely makes things difficult. They could report back in almost an
Very
instant.
quickly.
We do not want to be seen.
Then we should get moving.
Faster the better.
And if we do get seen, we either need to play dumb or be decisive.
I'm real dumb.
No, don't put yourself down like that.
It's gonna be real easy to play dumb. Let's put it that way.
I will find it very difficult.
No. All right, let's.
We start
Around.
going around.
I'm
Quietly, stealthily.
Yep.
I'm casting guidance on Kestra
I mean,
if we
if
have
this takes
to
us an extra
be quiet.
day.
Oh, even if we're not rolling, I'm casting guidance on Kestra to try to help her be sneakier.
Yeah, I got disadvantage on.
I know. You in that loud AF armor.
Clink, 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 clink.
Shh.
Funny enough, it is in fact really loud. Learned that at Gen Con.
Not wrong.
All right, so I guess we start going
A
around.
wide berth around,
Mhm.
probably.
We could double back and go around if we.
Yeah.
Okay. Why doesn't everybody give me a stealth check? Kesra, I will allow you to roll survival instead of stealth.
Yay!
Ooh.
And I'm blessed. Hashtag. Hashtag that's much better than my stealth.
I'm using my advantage.
Oh, fuck. I rolled a natural 20. Oh, and a 9.
You're not a
okay.
disadvantage.
You're. Her armor.
At survival,
Oh.
I said roll
Ah.
survival.
Well, it was going to be an 18 something something, but now it's a 29 something something.
Wow.
That's fun. I like shove shit up in my pauldrons and stuff so it stops.
Shh. Shh.
31.
Leona,
24.
Dan, Eldon,
19.
Alexander.
16.
Okay. It is a challenge to get around and remain quiet. But the four of you feel very stealthy and very quiet as you make your way around the town, around the outskirts, towards the east. Sorry, I'm learning about things. Towards the east. And nobody stops you. Nobody rides up from the town. You appear to have gotten away with it.
I don't like when you say up here. Okay, great. So, what time of day is it at this point? Is it like
I would say
Can
at
we-
this point it's probably around 2 or 3 in the afternoon.
okay? So we can keep traveling, put some more distance between us, right?
I'm keeping my eyes. I'm still keeping them. I'm
Yeah.
not going to stop looking.
Okay. Eldon has one eye over his shoulder.
One's this way, one's.
Why don't you roll a perception check for me?
Okay. 14.
Okay. As you blaze a trail through these open plains, catching spots of trees, you all begin to see now that, Leona, you have advantage from Belchavez.
Oh. Thank you.
You all begin to see why, hold on, inspiration, that it's starting to become more jungleless. That's a new word.
Jungle-esque?
Jungle-esque. Thank you. That's what I meant. I've never done this before.
It's my first time.
This is like my first time dungeon mastering. Oh god. The ground is getting softer as your horses ride across. Their hoofs go a little bit deeper, sink a little bit deeper, as if maybe it's recently rained or the ground is just kind of more loamy here. As you begin to approach the beginning stages of this vast jungle known as the Grim. Is there anything that
Terrifying.
you would like to accomplish on the second day of travel?
Not during travel for
Okay.
me, anyway.
I think once we were past the town or just before we actually started to skirt around it, I would have messaged. I've then sent it to Kinktheo.
Okay. What does it say?
Tyndall occupied by 5th Battalion. War mages. Be prepared.
After a few minutes here. Thank you, Alexander. Stay safe.
I lied.
Let's hear it.
After we travel a little bit further.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Rayo. It's Leona again. Just wondering how you're doing. You're probably very busy. I don't know, that's really all I wanted to say. Please respond.
After a little bit you hear, Leona, I'm so sorry. I had the crown off for a few hours. I can't get messages when I'm not wearing it.
I thought maybe it was broken.
Are
I'm
you all-
glad you're...
Are you all right? What's wrong?
I had another vision. But it was a weird, in the past vision.
And what was it of?
Not nice things.
Do you need me?
No, we'll be okay. I just miss you. I didn't sleep very well last night.
Me either. It's hard without you.
Well, as long as you're staying safe, I will try to do the same, and one day we won't be sleeping alone anymore.
One day. I love you.
I love you.
I have to go.
Okay. Bye. Okay, good. There's a little less stress around Leona now. Not a lot, but like...
The rest of you might notice that Leona's skin has changed color. From a rosy pink to a kind of like a pale bluish gray. Alexander, you probably recognize what this is.
Oh?
Yeah, you know about Eladrin.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's good. But not necessarily happy to see it. Wait, Leona, what if it's 2 puppies?
I mean, I would not mind 2 puppies. I don't really know how Araya would feel about 2 puppies, considering he hasn't really agreed to 1. I probably should have mentioned
Did-
that.
Are y'all engaged?
I mean-
He's agreed to it.
Technically, yes.
He has agreed to it. If he. You
I
get
mean,
as
and
many
Leona-
puppies as you want.
I'm giving you a puppy.
I mean, but I feel like once we're married, I feel like we share the puppy a little bit, right?
You'll share at least 2.
I guess 2 puppies. I mean,
What would you name them? What would you name them if you got the puppies?
Oh. Oh, goodness. Do I get 2? What do they look like?
Oh, first of all, you have to get back to that wonderful pinkish hue you usually exude before
Oh.
you get 2 puppies.
Yeah.
But what would they look like? I'm sure one would be very floofy and floppy and
ears.
whatnot. The other one might be a little more regal.
Oh. Maybe, I don't know, I think matching names would be cute, like Salt and Pepper.
Do that.
Or
Very good.
Sugar and Spice.
Hmm.
Or,
If you get 3, you can name the other one Everything Nice. Shit, now we got to give her 3.
Well, I've only agreed to 2. You can agree to the
I'll
3rd
I'll
one.
get you a 3rd one, but you have to name it Sugar Spice Everything Nice.
Everything Nice. Can we just call it any for short?
Sure.
Call it
E-N.
nice for short.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Sugar Spice, nice.
Nice. I
Mm,
like it. It'll have a nickname.
I'll have to think about it. Think about it. Is my hair
Take
turning
your head at
pink?
me like that, Kesra. Do you want a puppy, Dimples?
Oh yeah, you can get a puppy too.
No, I'm good, thanks.
What about 3 puppies?
Definitely not 3 puppies.
2?
No.
Are you more
Puppies
of a
are
cat
cute.
person?
More of a cat.
I
You're
am,
more of a
I
cat
am
person.
myself.
She seems more like a lizard person, actually. Now that I'm thinking.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I've
don't
never
think
had
I've
a
ever-
lizard for a pet.
I haven't either.
I whittled a
noticed.
lizard once, but
You
it was
did.
supposed to be a dragon.
I see.
Yeah, no. Puppies are cute. Cats are cute. But I want
She
to clean up
prefers her
anybody
steel,
else's
I understand.
literal shit, so.
Well, you don't have to with a cat. They bury it themselves.
Yeah, cats take care of themselves. Whenever you're not feeling great, they come and love on you. But they pretty much
Kill
mind their own
mice.
business. Yeah. Keep
Do a
the little-
lot of really great things, Kisra. You should consider getting one. Or 5.
Yeah, as many as you want. Right,
I'll
Morgan?
put a
I
I'll
mean,
put a
Alexander.
pin in it. How about that? I can tell when I'm on the losing side of any conversation, and I'm definitely not winning this one. So let's just.
You're getting kitties. She's getting puppies.
I don't want it. It's okay.
You'll love it.
Hmm.
The other thing I would like to do while we travel through these jungle is look for pretty flowers to collect. For Salix to save.
Why don't you make an investigation check?
Hey! I'm not. That dice needs to go in jail. 10.
You find a pretty flower.
Okay.
It's
Can I-
blue.
Can I make a nature check on it before she picks it?
Roll a d20 first.
Okay. Nope. It's a 1.
You don't see it.
Okay.
I'll pick the flower.
Okay. Where do you put it?
in the bag of hold. Oh well. Can I like fold it into my journal and then put it back into the bag
Yes,
of
you
holding?
can. Yes, you can.
Okay.
As your second night approaches, you come to the edge of the Grim. You can see the jungle thickening. The ground here is less ground cover and more vines and twists and gnarls, and you hear noises coming from the jungle.
Oh, this will be interesting.
Maybe we should set camp here. And then
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it getting to be like evening-ish?
It's 5
oh
o'clock.
yeah. Maybe we could go
Yes.
a little bit in, but
It's all just a front, just to keep
Do we-
people out.
do we
Once
feel
people
like-
in-
it's gonna be magical. Do we feel like we have put a fair amount of distance, or we can't see any? Okay, so it's a decent. I mean, we're stuck between a rock and a hard place,
Mhm.
but I feel like this might be the safest place.
Mm-hmm.
Well, right now, anyway.
I agree.
So we
Yeah.
set camp.
Yep. Evening comes. You set up camp. Your 2 tiny huts.
Before the tiny huts go up, before the smarter people are sequestered off away from each other, and the magic-y people, I'm like, hey, I have a bag.
Mm-hmm.
What? I
I have
a
one
bag?
of those. Yeah, remember from the vampires, that terrible thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a bag.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
And I vaguely remember, very, very vaguely remember, that turning it inside out does a thing.
Oh, you
Did
have a
it-
bag of holding as well.
Yeah, the
Oh.
creepy one. Yeah, one of
Oh.
those.
The abyss bag.
Yeah.
Yes, if you
Not
turn
really
them
like
inside
the
out,
abyss.
everything inside comes out.
Well, I don't know what's in this.
Well, I
Oh.
mean, it can't really be anything other than, anything living is dead by this point in time.
Yeah.
Dead things can still be pretty fucking sucky. Blondie.
Yes, but we shouldn't have to worry about them too much.
Do you want to? Do you want to like flip it and see what's inside?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Knowledge
know
is
what I'm-
power.
I don't know what we're
Oh.
carrying around.
Yeah.
mean,
Let's
it
find
might
out
be
what we've
useful.
got.
And if
Sure.
Okay. So I'm gonna scoot back probably
Yeah.
about
Stand back.
probably about 10 feet, 15 feet from everybody. So I don't know. It could be nothing. It could just be little like
oh, sure.
archaic air, little moth flies out, but we don't know. So I'm going to sit about 10, 15 feet away from the group, and I'm going to punch it inside out.
With the sound of a vacuum breaking, not that any of you guys would know, I just don't know how to make the noise. Whoosh. From this, a bag of holding pours out a ton of shit.
Fuck. Okay.
There's items and items are pouring out of this bag. At first glance, you do see a bunch of like random little objects. On second glance, there are several swords, a ton of arrows, like hundreds of arrows, and a couple of potions. So, if you all approach, I'm assuming you all approach the pile.
Yeah.
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 Holy fuck.
Oh fuck.
There are 10 long swords. There are 200, roughly 200, nobody takes the time to count arrows. For a longbow. There's a jug.
Another one. Yay.
There's a massive fucking diamond with a red rune etched into it. The symbol. Hold me. Never mind. The symbol is Alexander, you speak. What do
So
you
many
speak?
languages.
Sure, it's the it's an arcane sigil for blood.
Okay.
Diamond?
There are a pair
Blood
of
diamond.
really fluffy, fuzzy boots. There's a small box, like a jewelry box, carved out of wood with a latch on it. There is a bag, a leather bag, a set of horseshoes, another small bag that's maybe about like a golf ball size, and then what you all would recognize as a potion of healing.
Cool. Don't touch any of the weapons, Kestra.
Yeah, no, I say as I was like starting to lean towards them. Yeah, no.
And I'll sit down and ritually cast Detect Magic first.
Okay, none of the long swords or the arrows are magical.
Okay.
Everything else that I listed is magical.
Jesus.
I got it written down.
Okay.
I'll start. Let me see if I actually prepared Identify or if I have to cast it.
I have identify.
I mean, so do I, but I can cast it ritually, but I can also cast it. Okay, so I can cast it 4 times without.
I can cast it a lot of times.
Well, I mean, I can cast it infinite, but I don't want to take.
Well,
40
we're out of
minutes
time.
or whatever. Yeah. So I'm gonna drop 4 Identifies.
What are you
For the
most interested in?
What do we got, Kestra?
Okay, so we have a set of horseshoes, a jug, a giant red rune diamond, fuzzy fluffy boots, a small jewelry box, a leather bag, a golf ball sized bag. Yeah, and then a potion of healing. You know what that is.
Okay,
You know what that
then
is.
I'm gonna go with the blood diamond, the fuzzy boots, the latched box,
Sure.
and the large leather bag.
All right, we'll start with the bloodstone or with the stone. You recognize it as a bloodstone.
Okay.
You recognize that this diamond, it's a massive diamond worth about 5,000 gold pieces. However, you would know, you've read about bloodstones. They're rare. They do require attunement. It's a wondrous item. However, you know that this diamond contains the blood of a creature. When the item is on your person and you've attuned to it, you can use your action to divine the location of the creature nearest to you that is related to the blood in the item that isn't undead. You sense the distance and direction of the creature relative to your location.
Okay.
Huh.
What's next?
The
boots?
fuzzy boots. Yeah.
They are boots of the Winterland. They give resistance to cold damage and they ignore difficult terrain. They're used by people navigating really very cold areas. You look and you see that the bottoms are spikes made of ice. They've got like fur trim and like lace ups with blue little like aglets. Boots with the fur, yes. What's next?
The little box with the latch.
Okay. You open up the box itself is not inherently magical. It's what's in the box. You open up the box and it is a small deck of cards.
Does Identify
Shit.
tell me what these are?
It does.
Shit.
Fuck.
This is a deck of many things.
Okay.
Can I just like reverse time? We don't need all this other stuff. We can just like not. Let's just leave the bag. Let's just bury the bag. It's fine.
And then I guess the larger satchel.
You open it up and there's a bunch of powder in there, and it's dust of sneezing and choking.
So dust.
All right. So what we have left are the horseshoes, the golf, and the golf ball sized bag,
Small bag.
and the jug.
I can identify those.
Cool.
Okay. Leona, you discover that the jug is actually can be used to make a lot of different things. It's a jug of alchemy. You imagine that you can make any sorts of things from wine to honey to oil and vinegar, acid, poison, beer, water, fresh water, salt water, mayonnaise.
Mm-hmm.
God.
What's that look, Kesra? We haven't told you what this stuff is yet.
The horseshoes are also magical. They are horseshoes of speed. When you affix them to the hooves of a horse or a similar creature, wow, my voice, it increases their walking speed, makes them go faster.
Okay.
Okay.
And the pearl is a pearl of power. You can you can use your action if you're attuned to it to restore a 3rd level spell slot.
Well, damn. Any money.
No money.
No money,
Okay.
no armor, no.
That's
I'm-
fine. That's fine. We got some cool. We
We got some really cool stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
Did
we
I-
could just pull from the deck and see if we get
What
all
was-
kinds of money
Oh,
from that.
I haven't. As soon as I figured out what this deck was, I just pocketed that deck.
Would I have seen
Wait.
that?
Could we have played cards?
No, we can't.
Okay. Alright.
I mean, I will happily roll stealth against Eldon's
Passive.
passive. I'm
Roll
gonna fail,
stealth.
but
Roll still.
So yeah, do it.
yeah.
Or
What's
sleight
your
of hand.
passive?
Or
Eldon?
sleight of hand.
My passive is 21.
Jeez. All right. If I can do sleight of hand,
I'll let you do sleight of hand.
okay.
It's a ridiculous passive.
You have advantages.
Yeah, I do,
You have 4
You
advantages.
and I'm gonna use one.
Yep.
Let's see if we can't do a little better than that. No. So that
You want to just burn all your advantages?
No. Just burn the one. But that's a 17. So he
I
sees me
saw
put
that.
those. He sees me put those cards in my pocket.
I might like lock eyes with you, but I'm not going to say anything.
If you do lock eyes with me, I'll give you like a really small like.
I got you.
I'll hold up the bloodstone diamond, and I mean, we might be able to sell this for a lot, but it's primarily used for tracking something. I don't know what it would be. I mean, I guess, is there a way to tell what it's supposed to be tracking?
I would figure only by bonding to it, right? Or
You could attune
attuning
to it and probably get a better idea.
Okay. I mean, but they're primarily used to track something. I mean, we should definitely hang on to it, through the grim and whatnot. But I mean, it doesn't seem particularly useful to us right now.
Okay, well then.
I mean, I can carry it if you'd like, or
I mean, I can carry it in the bag.
we can put it back in Kestra's bag. I mean,
Or back in Kestra's.
Yeah.
we,
But
we,
mine
we-
now-
Too.
Is it my bag?
I mean, unless you want.
What's your bag?
well, if
I'm
it's my
sorry.
bag,
Can you-
then
Can you put that bag in my bag?
no,
No.
no,
No.
no.
Even I know not to do that.
why not?
Why?
If you, I guess, would I know this?
Oh,
TM?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
If
yeah.
you place one of these bags, they are an extra dimensional space. And when you place an extra dimensional space inside of another extra dimensional space, bad things happen. A tear in reality opens, and you
I mean,
will
I guess
get
that makes
sucked
sense.
into the astral plane.
Is it better than the abyss?
Slightly. I mean,
I mean-
it's less overtly hostile, but it's not a good place
It's still not here.
necessarily. I mean, it's not a bad place. It's just there's some really nasty shit there.
Okay, so don't put that bag in this bag. Got it.
Thank
Right.
you.
Or in my bag.
Or in,
Or
any
in
other
your bag.
magical bags of any kind.
And what is this leather bag? What is the other bag? What is this big bag? What's in that?
Pepper.
There was one more bag.
Oh, I'm sorry. That the pearl of power was in that bag.
Then what was in the little leather bag?
Oh, so
The
the little
little
leather
one
bag
was
was a pearl, and the bigger was the dust of sneezing and choking.
Dust of sneezing.
Ah,
and
got
choking.
it. Sorry,
Dust
I
of
missed
sneezing and
it. I
choking.
missed that was in the bag. Sorry.
So I mean, these boots could be useful for us. They'll help us with the cold that we might be traveling into. If somebody wants to use them, and this dust could be very useful in close quarters. I guess, Camille, I just don't know the particular item. Is it just like a throw it in somebody's face and they go sneeze or something like that, or?
Dust of sneeze and choking,
say.
you use an action to throw a handful of dust in the air. You and each creature that needs to breathe within 30 feet of you must receive on a con save or become unable to breathe while sneezing uncontrollably. You are incapacitated and suffocating.
Wow. So it's an AOE on everybody.
Oh.
It's like a last resort kind of thing, I think, maybe.
Well, you know what? Okay, so according to the
hold your breath.
basic rules, you were supposed to identify this as dust of disappearance, but I already gave it to you as dust of sneezing and choking, so whatever. I don't care.
Okay.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Okay, so that's terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
So, potion of
So-
healing.
Yeah. Last ditch.
Who's taking the potion of healing?
I mean, I feel like Eldon or Kesra should probably. I mean, while you and I, Leona, are perhaps a bit more fragile, hopefully they'll be taking the brunt of any.
I mean, that makes sense to me.
Apparently, my hands do healing things, so you can
Mine
give
do
it to-
not. So
yeah.
can I make?
Oh.
Eldon, it is.
Eldon, let me
Alright.
know if you whenever you use that healing potion, okay?
Okay.
Oh God.
We're 100% sure that's what it is, though, right?
Yeah.
That's what it was identified as, right?
Mhm.
Cool. Awesome. Great.
It's just expired. That's all.
It's just, yeah, it's past its date. It's a little sour.
So these horseshoes are magical too. I don't know if we want to use them, if we can only put them on one, but maybe for Red.
Hang on. No. Hey, Red.
Maybe Chauncey.
Red. Hey, Red.
What?
You want to go fast?
Always.
Okay. Red's down.
Okay. Pass her the horseshoes.
You gonna
Um,
affix the horseshoes to Red's hooves?
I'll work on that later. Yeah,
Okay.
after we finish when we're like setting up camp and stuff.
Yeah.
And what's that jug, Leona?
Oh. Do I have to say the word aloud, or do I just have to think it?
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
Use action and name one liquid. Yeah, you can name. You gotta name it out loud.
How big is this thing?
It's about this big.
Okay.
A gallon container.
Ale.
You hear a slosh, 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 slosh.
I will pass it to Kestra.
Tastes like ale. Or smells like ale.
Say good
Well,
ale.
I'm
or
gonna
just
take
ale?
a sip.
It's ale.
Hot damn. Thank you. Just gonna hold it. Just gonna hold it now. I'll pass it over to Eldon. I'll pass it over.
Pass the ale.
That's the hooch. Mm. Yep. That'll do nicely.
Pass the hooch.
So we start setting up now that we've and I assume we repack
Hmm.
the bag, with the exception of the few things that we distributed or are using.
Yeah.
And we don't put the bag in the other bag.
No.
Congratulations. You do
Wait. So, sorry.
not.
The pearl of power should. I would assume that should go with either myself or Alexander.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
would
don't have any
I would agree
spells.
with that. I'm happy to let you have it.
Be sure.
Yes.
Okay. I will keep it, and I guess I'll take a little time to attune to it while Kessra is working on red.
Sure.
Before we do all that, while we're packing the bags, can I insist that I take the money for this little venture? Can I
What?
can I be the treasurer?
I mean,
Well,
I
I'm
just-
not going to give you my funds, Kestra. I know what you do with them.
No. Mostly I want Sunshine's. She has a habit of walking into thieves' dens and saying, "Oh, how much do you need?"
are you going to spend it all on booze?
Absolutely not.
I mean, she does, in theory, have a jug that will give her
Yeah,
endless
we
booze
got free
now.
booze now.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Mostly I don't want you to get shanked for money, because that almost
No one's going to
happened.
shank me.
Like 3 times, Sunshine. If you had been anyone else, you would have been dead
Well-
in that thieves' den.
But I am myself, and I am not dead.
Great. Can I have the money now, please?
They call that confirmation bias.
Fine.
Cool.
who would like these boots?
Give them to her.
Do they match my dress?
Nope.
No, thank you. Also, I don't know if I. Oh, I guess I could, because I don't have the hat.
You can change what your dress looks like, remember, because it's the studded
Oh
glamour diamond.
Yeah, you can match
wait.
the Uggs with whatever you
I
want.
just assume it's a slightly different shade of blue, because you said okay, all right. I mean, I guess I'll take them.
Right?
They're very warm and snug.
The whole suit of armor thing is like a top to bottom. Can't like mix and match. So
I'll if it's all right, I'll hang on to this dust and this bloodstone.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's
Ooh,
fine.
it's tracking.
Yeah, I really would love to know.
I mean, we could find out, right?
Or do we really want to know, honestly? Like,
No.
I feel like we have
feel
enough on our
like-
plate right now, maybe?
At the moment, I'm thinking we will wait until we are. I think it prudent to try and do one thing at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
But
Mm-mm.
but
But what?
Mm-mm.
We need to simplify.
I mean, just because we don't know about it doesn't mean that there's not something still going on. So does it really simplify or complicate anything? Just because we know it's happening doesn't mean we have to do anything about it.
It just means we don't get involved.
I mean, just because we see doesn't mean we necessarily get involved. It just means we know.
Leona, you always get involved.
Yeah.
You've dragged
Maybe
me
it's important.
into a town where they were going to burn a tree. You
That was
dragged me
different.
to the capital to rescue.
That was also different.
Yes, of course. Once you
There's-
know things,
Yeah, it's hard to not.
you
You can't
tend to
unknow
charge
it.
off like a paladin.
Oh, what, is that such a bad thing? We helped
No.
people.
Yes.
What
we
if
did.
someone needs our help now? And we're
Well,
not
they have to
helping
wait
them?
until we get lawkeeper.
What if they can't wait?
Well, they'll have to wait
Lawkeeper's not
until we
going
get
anywhere.
lawkeeper. I mean, what if this thing is?
It can
we
wait.
have. Do you want me to attune to this thing and see where it is going?
We don't know how long they had this bag. How dusty
It could be
was the
thousands
bag?
of years old.
Yeah.
How dusty was the bag?
How dusty was the bag?
There was no dust inside the bag.
Well, not inside the bag, but like on top of the bag. Was it fairly dusty?
Why
Sort
don't
of
you make an investigation check to see how dusty this bag is?
exceptionally dusty? Was it exceptionally dusty? Oh, that's a natural 18 plus 19.
I mean, it seems to be. It's hard to tell ages. It's not super dusty.
We don't know how long they had this bag.
I'm just saying it's just one more thing on our plate that right now it's not on our plate.
Oh, I see. Sorry, I'm actually reading the Bloodstone now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm realizing that it lets us sense the creature that is related, nearest creature that is related to the blood in the item and
Yes.
isn't undead.
Yes.
So like if it's demon blood, it'll tell us there's a demon 100 feet that way, right?
Or let's say that it's pretend it's Kesra's blood,
Uh-huh.
and
It
Kesra
would-
wasn't around. It would point to
would ping.
Leona.
Oh, okay.
I mean, just because we're ignorant of what's in that stone does not mean we are not responsible for it. So if your argument is that it's not on our plate, that's not really a fair argument. But if you want to wait,
Okay, how about this? How about we prioritize?
we can
The-
prioritize with knowing what's going on with
Prioritize
it.
Lore Keeper.
Sure.
And then maybe once we get out of this place that literally has death, do not enter all over it, maybe once we get out of that,
But like, how can you prioritize if you don't know what?
right now I can. Once I know, I can't.
And what happens when you get to the end and you regret how you prioritized?
That is what life is.
Doesn't have to be though.
Go start putting the shoes on. Red.
How about we just take a vote? Who wants to do attune to it? Who does not?
From like way off. Sunshine, do you remember the last time we messed with a thing that had absolutely nothing to do with us?
What time?
Which
Precisely. I'm specifically referring to the first time. We had items.
That was
That were-
different.
Is it though?
Yeah, that was different.
It's an item that was in the possession of 3 old magical beings. It has the ability to track a bloodline for fucking ever across continents.
Sure.
I feel like we've got enough. I mean, I won't stop you,
right?
but I feel like we've got enough. Maybe when Lore Keeper's done.
That's what I think.
But
One harrowing adventure at a time.
God, please.
All right.
Put the stone in my bag of holding. Cool. Let's set up camp.
While we're sitting at camp, I will try to find a moment with Alexander aside from everyone else. And I will ask, what did you put in your pocket?
Something dangerous.
It's a lot of dangerous things. Well, it was dangerous enough for you to try to sneak it.
Yes. And Leona's insistence on trying to attune to the Bloodstone only makes me more thankful that Suffice to say, it is something that need only appear should we be in incredibly dire straits.
Let me just say, I don't want anything to do with whatever it was. If you say it's dangerous, and I'm fine without more magical nonsense. However, I would like to know what it is specifically.
It is the darkest type of temptation. I think that's from mine, Mindy.
Oh.
I do live in a city. It is the darkest type of temptation. It is an item that can grant your wildest dreams and condemn you to the darkest hells.
Wonderful. Yeah, probably a good idea not to say a word about that.
I thought so.
And I'm not going to either because we have enough nonsense.
Wise.
I like to have a firm grasp on a situation, and I'm still working on that right now. So this stone, this item in your pocket just complicates everything.
Indeed it does.
And I do not like complications.
Neither do I. Not when I'm this close.
You're
I've
real
been-
interested in this, aren't you?
Lorekeeper was a... Well, you know, it's a bit of a fairy tale. But I found out it was real. It's been some of my life's work trying to find it. For the better part of my life, I thought it was a book. Found out that it's a gem.
And what does
part
it
of-
do?
Well, if the legends are to be believed, then it grants its bearer incredible knowledge.
I can see how you'd find that useful.
Yes. Quite. It will be invaluable in this war. And once it has been joined with the other pieces, in theory, Kessler will be unstoppable.
So it's Kesra's to have once we find it.
Well, I mean, she needs a lot of other parts first to use it. I might hang on to it for her. We'll see.
Okay. You know them better than I do.
Not by much, but they do like to get themselves into trouble.
Clearly, I was promoted and reassigned just to watch after them. This quest they're on, you believe in it?
Yes, we traveled to a place called the Well of Wonder. There our party saw many truths. And what Kestros saw was disturbing. A prophecy. And everything else we saw in that place has been true. So,
What did you see?
I saw my own failure. I saw what I had become. And that it was my own doing and not some supernatural force. But it was good. It spurred me out of a long self-imposed exile and back into the world.
So you believe these visions can be changed, these visions of the future?
Oh, I didn't see a vision of the future. I saw a vision of the past. Kesra saw a vision of the future.
Ah.
Leona saw a vision of the past. Others saw their homes and heritages, loved ones.
Every bit of it has come to pass.
So far. I'll say that Roman Kentikern is a real ass.
Oh, I'm gathering that. Definitely. Definitely. Their safety is pretty important.
Indeed it is. I actually have a question for you, Captain Vale.
Go ahead.
If you could ask one question and truly know the answer, what would you ask?
Who are my parents?
I see.
I think
So
it would
you are a
answer a lot of other
foundling?
questions.
Knowing where you come from is important for sure. I mean, however much she may deny it, it's shaped Kesra. And it's obviously shaped Leona.
I mean, it'd be different if I was raised and they just told me what happened, but no one would tell me. So I don't know.
Who is they?
People that raised me. They never
Ah.
made any secret of me not being theirs.
Well, perhaps if we make it through this, we can take a journey next winter.
You get one question or you get more than one?
You get one.
Hmm.
More than one causes issues.
I'll have time to think about it then.
Quite some. We still have to make it through this war alive.
I hope we do.
Indeed.
Keep that stuff safe.
I will. Well, we should probably get this firewood back to camp.
Yeah. Probably.
While they are gone, I would like to, as Kesra's finishing up with Red. Kesra,
Yeah. Red, stop fucking hold fucking still. God, there's only one. Sorry. What?
Stop that. Hey, that's not right. You're not doing this right. Come
Well,
on.
Fucking hang
To the
hang
left.
on.
To
Just
the
like-
left.
do you need some help?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
What?
Do you want
What were you saying? I'm almost done. It's fine. What?
Feel like I have to share something with you. You don't have to say anything, but I need you to know. When we were in Asmern, I spoke to Zanalor, and he mentioned Fenvir. And apparently, when you were young, you were a child. I was a baby. She tried to use a ritual. Zanalor intervened, so I don't think it fully happened or came to fruition, but last night I had a vision. I think of what happened. It matched pretty closely with what he described. And she mentioned, and Zanalor also mentioned this as a possibility, that if she were to ever try it again, that it might take both of us for it to work. I've never seen Fenvir in person. But she was working with this man, Azakai, and I don't know if she'll seek us out. But I felt like you should know. And I don't know how much you've told Alexander. My guess is not much, but I don't know if it would be a terrible idea for him to know, at least about this. He might recognize some of the magic, some of the things to watch out for. But yeah, that's all I needed to share. Just, you don't just say anything. I just felt like you should know.
All right.
Right. I will get up, or I'll start to walk back to busy myself with something so that, yeah.
As you get farther away, I will say, as I finish up with that last fucking horseshoe, this is why I'm not a stupid fucking farrier. It's not gonna happen again. No, stop, Red. God, fuck, just hold still.
I'm not going to say anything back. But there's a definite pause. And then I'll keep walking to busy myself with something.
And now Red can go 90 feet in 6 seconds.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
I think the back left one's a little crooked.
All right, hang on. Okay. crooked to the left or crooked to the right?
I don't fucking know. Feels weird.
Yeah, no, it's on your. It's on. Okay, all right. I'm just gonna take the whole thing off. Try.
You're really not good at this.
I'm not a fucking. Yeah. No. What was your first guess? Shit.
You,
You're zippy. What?
You know what's gonna start happening once you go after these artifacts, right?
The answer I want you to say is I'm gonna get the artifacts,
Sure.
but I feel like that's not the answer you're going to say.
The more you get, the more attention you'll get. From Asmodeus.
Yeah. Well,
Quanmal hid the items. He hid the stones in the crown. For a reason.
well, I hope you believe me when I say that if there was literally any other option, I would take that in an instant.
I mean, yeah. Look, I'm just saying that it's a good thing you have the people you have, because you're gonna need them.
Yeah.
I know you're reluctant to do this. But that reluctance isn't going to get you anywhere. It's not going to make it easier.
Yeah.
If you want something bad enough, you'll get it, and that includes failure. He saw his own death. Quanmal did.
Where?
I don't know. I don't know. He wouldn't let me go. But he saw it was at the hands of Asmodeus. And that's what made him decide to scatter the crown, to scatter the Veldahar. Because that's what Asmodeus wants more than anything. To destroy it. Once and for all, to destroy what's left of the Massiers, of the Veldahar, of all of the heirs.
And all the world.
He thinks that's how he's gonna do it. You ever wonder why there's not a human god?
No.
Elves have Corellon. Dwarves have Moradin. You ever wonder who made the humans?
Not really. To be perfectly honest, Red, I gave less than half a shit about deities in general.
Mm-hmm. And how did
Yeah.
that work for you?
Apparently not very well.
Maybe you should start paying the fuck attention.
So tell me about this human god that doesn't exist anymore.
He who was.
very specific.
He, Asmodeus, served He Who Was as his archangel. Until one day Asmodeus became greedy and rose up and slew him. He Who was powerful. He created the humans, and when he did, he realized that they were not as quick as the elves, they were not as strong as the dwarves, they were not as lucky as the halflings, smart as the gnomes, but they had something special. They had determination. They had adaptability. He Who was also the god of nobility, of kingship. And he bestowed upon his most beloved paladin a crown that would allow him and his species to rule as long as there were heirs. This artifact was known as the Veldahar. And it was the last thing he made before he was slaughtered by Asmodeus and his legions. Asmodeus hated He Who Was and worked to wipe him from all of existence, even removing his name. But he could not take down the Massiers. They were more powerful and beloved. But now there's only a few left. There's only a few heirs left. Not everyone who is a Massier is an heir. Not everyone who is an heir is also a Massier. You're not related to Arroyo, I think.
No, thank God.
Yeah, I would have said something earlier.
Thanks. Really wiped away that worry.
Not directly. It's been, I don't know how, whatever.
Been a long time.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, the bloodline is thinning.
So is that why he's back now? He thinks it's thin enough?
Yes. His goal has always been to rule all. He believes himself to be the most superior, even over He Who Was. He thinks that he is perfect in every way.
Thanks for that tidbit. Now
You
I
could find
know.
it in a book, but sure.
I'm reading.
Do you even know how to read?
Yes.
Alright, just checking.
Can write too, believe it or not.
Congratulations. Do you want a
I
medal?
know. Yes.
Too bad.
Thanks.
Point is, he thinks that once he has the Veldahar and destroys it, and once he destroys the remaining heirs and the remaining Massiers, that then he will rule the Prime Material Plane, along with the Hells, and then he will take over the Abyss and everything after that.
He does think highly of himself.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now I know exactly what kind of shit talk to say. Thanks.
I'm looking forward to it.
It's gonna be a good time.
You want to know anything else?
Probably. That was a lot.
Yeah, I know you can only handle a little bit at a time, so.
Yeah. Yeah. Little bites.
Are you sure you know how to read? Sorry, that face is so worth it.
Yeah. Cool, great.
Good talk.
Best. Knockoff Massiere gets to wield a crown that might burn her from the inside out to defeat.
You're an heir.
Yeah.
It won't burn you.
So we hope.
Paylor wouldn't have sent me to you if you weren't an heir. Let's just say, well, never mind. I think that's enough for one day.
Yeah. How long do you think we have? Get everything, all the pieces put together and
I don't fucking know.
don't have a doomsday clock in there?
Fresh out.
Well, shit.
As time goes on, he'll get more desperate and he'll send more at you, at us.
Well,
So I guess the idea is to get the Beldahar pieces faster than he can send more evil creatures towards you so that you're better prepared. If you fall behind, well, Paylor showed you what would happen.
yep. Sure did.
He showed me too. When he sent me to you.
So that makes 3 of us.
3 of us what?
3 of us who know what the end of the world looks like.
Yeah.
You know, he stopped sending me nightmares. That was nice.
Mm-hmm. Because you started doing your shit.
Yeah, well. Doesn't mean they stopped. As much as I don't want to be doing any of this, I don't want the world to end more. So,
Yeah, me either. I really don't have room to fuck up again.
I don't have room to fuck up once, so here's to hoping we make it.
Got anything else?
No. I might later, but
Alright.
it's a lot to unpack.
Mm. Well, you're not alone.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Is there anything else that you all would like to accomplish this evening? All right. We are out of time. We will be back here, same time, same place next week. Oh, I need to make a corruption point for Leona. Thank you to everybody who gave everybody advantage tonight and who tuned in and who entered the giveaway. You have 30 seconds to enter the giveaway by typing sponsor, SPONSOR, in the chat right now before I pick a winner.
Go, 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 go.
We are sponsored by our lovely sponsor, Campaign Coins. They are amazing. We love them dearly. They are absolutely spectacular human beings, and I treasure them with all of my heart. And I think that we're ready. Haha.
Nice.
All right. See if anybody
Slide
else
in
gets
at
in
the
there.
very end.
Slide in. Mm.
Home base. Oh, the bad DM.
Here we go. Here we go. Bad DM.
Final one. Here we go. Do we need a drum roll?
Oh my God!
Hey!
Let's go!
All right, Jordan.
Hey, that's awesome! Congratulations, Jordan. You have won the giveaway. Oh, as a gentle reminder, if anybody is in the Austin or San Antonio, Texas area and you would like to play some Dungeons and Dragons for charity, I am going to be a part of the Celebrity Charity 20 event at the local friendly game store, Alien Games, at 3 o'clock. I will be there. This is all kind of a last minute thing, so we're figuring it out. Stay tuned this week for Half Rate Heroes on Saturday at 10 o'clock in the morning. And on Sundays, we have our concurrent campaign to this one, which is Sunday Friends. We'll come up with a name, but they've only had 2 sessions. So, in fact, last week they met Azur Kai, the Dark Master, in their session. So it pays to watch both of them. Just saying. Please join our Discord if you have not already. Subscribers get access to Ask Camille Anything. So if you subscribe, thank you, Sunbarrow. You can ask me any questions. Also, sometimes we hang out in the voice chat, and it's a really good time. And so we are going to go ahead and sign off. As you sign off, go ahead and say anything you want to plug, anything you want to do. Y'all know how this is. And then say your favorite thing about the session. Who wants to start us off?
Hi, I'm Mindy. I played Leona this wonderful, wonderful evening. You can find me on Twitter at MKAY1713. You can also find Leona on Twitter at...
Hey!
I don't know what I heard.
You don't know her?
L Swift Silver.
L Swift Silver? I don't know, it's something dumb.
Oh my God.
Jeez.
My favorite part of this evening, I mean, I really enjoyed sending the delicately packaged sending stone to Roman. I did enjoy that.
Ridiculous.
I enjoyed it. I'm sure it'll come and bite us in the butt later, but I enjoyed it for now. Thanks, Dan. That's it.
Kate.
Hi, I'm Kate. You can find me on Twitter and literally everywhere else on the internet at Very Pale Ale because I am both very white and very bitter. I have the eternal joy of playing Kestra Stormbreaker. Please join our Discord. It's a great time. We are very good friends, and we just be friends with us. We want to be friends with you.
There's a channel to post pictures of your pets, so.
Yes. Anyway, my favorite moment. There was a lot of good moments. I liked finally fucking talking about being sisters. It's only been an unspoken thing for like 30, 40, goddamn episodes. It's fine.
I've only been winning this for 55 episodes.
I'm glad that finally happened. I also really liked when we all like got together to sort through all the goodies, and Alexander was like, "Nah, we're not touching these cards right now. Let's put a hard no on that one." Yeah, those are my favorites. I had lots. I'm sorry.
Than.
Hi, I'm Than. You can find me everywhere on the internet as Than Rand, specifically on Twitter and on my own Twitch channel where I'm actually streaming fairly regularly again. And yeah, that's me. You can my favorite part of the night. Let's see. I had a lot of favorite. Like tonight was good. I'm gonna say the Alexander conversation. It's my favorite part of the night.
Speak of the devil.
Hey everybody, I'm Morgan. You can find me on Instagram at revenant_ceramics, and I had the joy of playing Alexander tonight. I think that probably my favorite part was also the conversation with Eldon. That was really cool, and I also just had too much fun sending a poop box to Roman.
He
I forgot
deserves
about the
it.
poop box. I erased all of my favorites. The poop box was my favorite.
Thanks, Morgan.
You're welcome.
And I'm Camille. Oh my god.
Are you okay?
She's
Oh.
dying.
I had a lot of fun at PAX. If you can't tell by my voice, I'm Camille. You can find me on the internet at Camille Does D&D. You can also find the channel on the internet at Open4, the number 4 adventure.
FORE.
Stop. Please give us a follow on here if you have not. It really helps us out a lot. And if you would like to subscribe, please do. If you want to find a way to help out the channel but you don't want to subscribe, we also have a Patreon where our first tier is $1. And you get access to lore leaks, as y'all saw from the video during the break. But there's a lot of fun content on there. I haven't been as great in the months of October and November because of a certain car accident. But things are livening up, and you can now find Eldon's interview as last week's lore week. And I will release another interview this week for this week's lore week. Y'all are amazing. I adore you. Our campaign coins is our sponsor. They're also awesome. We'll be here next week. Am I forgetting anything? Oh, my favorite part of the session. Oh, God. Oh, God. I always like playing Red. I miss Areo. I'm so glad you send him messages every day. My favorite part was all of the things that y'all avoided today. That's my favorite part. All of the things that didn't happen. Because it would have been a very different session.
Here we are.
Thanks for letting me roll survival.
Oh, you're welcome.
With that natural 20.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and sign off. Y'all are amazing, and we will catch y'all next week. I'm going to run those freaking credits. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.